I'm Jennifer Johnson and I raise sheep for their wool.
Welcome to Whispering Pines Shetland Sheep Farm in western New York State, home to our lovely flock of soft Shetland sheep. We breed and raise our sheep to produce soft, crimpy wool for hand spinners to enjoy. Thank you for liking this video and for subscribing to our channel.
Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day today. So I got some plans. We're gonna do a lamb frolic, and then I'm gonna move the rams to pasture that's got a lot more grass for them. It'll probably take them like a week to clear it, and then we'll put them back on another pasture, but it's more about getting it cleaned off. So, and then we'll check in. Belva's still holding out. So, I don't know what her ETA is, but we're, keeping an eye on her, and she's getting bigger. The udder's getting bigger, so it is what it is. So I'm going to send everybody over and lock them in on the other side so that I can let Belva out, because Belva's been going out on the pasture. I'm going to let Carrie and her lamb out after the frolic today, because I think they need to have a little time to play. And then Belva, you're going to go outside? Come on. She looks at her stall. Belva, come on. Come on. We gotta get outside. You can't just stay in here all day. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, there we go. Oh. Okay, let's go. You wanna go outside? Get some hay? Let's go. Outside. Oh, for heaven's sake. They're full. Go on. today's frolic, we've got all the lambs, Lucretia's as well. Her 2 girls. The whole crew, except for Carrie's lamb. So the panels that I was using for the lambing jugs, after I broke them down, I just threw them out the side of the door here. So they've been sitting here. So what I'm gonna do is load them up and take them over to the ram area and make a lane from where the rams are now to the pasture I wanna move them to. All right, so right now I'll just set up, I gotta open up that little panel over there. I gotta get rid of the water that's there from the winter, so I'll just move the bucket that they have, get all these gates out of here. I can move them. I know I'm going to pour this in my food. 100%. A little too small. Alright, I can come back and fix this later. Tie this gate back better. It's got like a space where a ram can get himself stuck in there, so just tie that over on the other side. Okay, I think I'm ready. This one time I was moving one of these gates that have the hollow piping, and there was a bee's nest in it. I didn't see it, and it stung me right on the nose, and holy cow, that hurt. All right, so there's a thistle I can dig up. There's a thistle I can dig up. There's a good one right there. It's gotta go. I'll do that later. It's always something to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna create the lane, which is gonna go from the edge of this gate here, and then this gate will come out. So I probably need like 5 panels. And then the trick is going to be keeping the rams from getting distracted by all this nice lush grass here and get them over here. But with the girls over there, there's enough of a incentive for them, I think. Head over there directly. All right, so there's the panels. I didn't feed the rams. They're wasting that hay. They're not eating it, so I'm going to clean that out too while they're out of there. And I'm also going to grab that shelter, maybe use that for another moving pen. Oh, there's a heron. We get those a lot. Cranes. Call them blue herons, because that is what they are. Gotta make it a little bendy so it doesn't fall over. Okay, I'm 1 panel short. 1 or 2. I'm gonna go get some more panels. And then we'll move the rams after that.
Well, I had intended to move the rams as soon as I got that lane set up, but it was right around 11:15. It was getting really hot, and I had realized that I still had left all of the ewes outside, including Belva, and that's just not a good idea. It gets really hot, and they don't like it in the heat, so they needed to come into the barn. So instead of moving the rams right after I shot this, setting up the lanes, I decided to wait and do that later on, like after dinner when it was a little bit cooler. So I'm going to go back into the barn here and let everybody back in, get their water refreshed. And I do end up pulling Carrie and her lamb out of their jug because I thought with it being so hot, the other mothers would be more kind of logy and probably more likely to be napping and not as attentive to Carrie and her lamb. So here's what happened next.
All right, so the babies have had plenty of time to play, so I'm going to lock them over on their side. Refresh the water for everybody because it's hot. How's your day going, sweet, sweet girl? Oh, tickly. All right, so everybody's screaming outside too, so yeah. Hi, Mabe. All right, let's get everybody locked up. You got water? You guys have enough water? Oh. All right, let's go. We're way too hot. We hate it when it's hot, don't we? They'll probably get all that. They'll probably drink all the water I just put in there. All right, settle down. Here's Belva. You doing okay, Mama? We're watching you. More air in here, make it a little nicer. Are you guys ready to get out? Play a little bit? Everybody else is tired and hot, so this is your big chance, okay? Give it a try. Oh, oh. All right, so everybody else is coming in here to get the free hay that Carrie left behind. Let's go. I wish I could help you. I wish I could help you. You gotta figure it out. Think you figured it out? It'll take them a little bit longer. You're so little. It tickles. Are you playing already? That's not your mom. She just got some drinks and all, you know. Think you'll be okay? Aw.
I just finished lunch. It's a little bit after 1. So before I do my workout, I'm going to run out and check on Carrie and her baby, see how they're doing. I'm going to bet you that they're probably found a corner and they're laying there nice and cozy, safe and sound. So sure that's going to be what I find when I go out there.
I always announce my arrival so I don't scare them. I'm coming in. Coming to see you. Hi, Carrie. You guys doing okay? I thought you'd be laying down like everybody else, relaxing. You having fun?
I'm sorry for bouncing you around like this in today's video, but sometimes that's what it's like here. Anyway, so I did take a break in the afternoon, came inside, cooled off, and Rich and I went out to move the rams after dinner when it cooled off quite a bit. So I thought I had everything all set up, but you're going to see I made one serious mistake, and that sort of screwed up the balance of the footage. So I'll talk us through this as we go. All right, so the plan is Rich is videoing me with the GoPro, and I'm going to use the drone to push the rams onto the new pasture. So there's a couple things that complicated this. Number one was it was about ready to torrentially rain, so I was stressed about that because obviously the drone can't get wet. So that was the first stressor. Here's where I, thankfully, remember to turn on the record button. The other thing, that we're stressed about is just, I don't want to crash the drone. And I haven't really used it that much yet this summer. And it takes some technique. Then I was stressed out about just, are the rams going to behave themselves once I get them into that new pasture? I need time to land the drone, turn it off, put it somewhere safe where the cats can't get at it. So, and then the other thing I'm doing, I'm looking at 3 different things. Number one is I'm looking at the display on the controller. Then I'm looking up at the drone. And I'm also watching the rams to see what they're doing. So it's just kind of a little bit of a recipe for disaster. So here I am, I'm opening up the gate to create the lane. And the rams are over in their shed. I hadn't fed them any hay this morning, so I thought they'd be a little bit hungry, but there's plenty of short pasture there for them to eat. And now this is going to kind of show you, I've edited out quite a bit of it, but my drone skills are really bad. Andrew plays a lot of video games, and he can manipulate that thing and make it really smooth. I'm always jerking around. So here I'm thinking I'm going to come up behind them and push them, right? And it looks like Duncan thinks he's going to come and play with it or something. I'm such an idiot. So then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to get behind it and maybe the drone will make noise or something to scare them or to push them. So now here comes Duncan, and I'm thinking, oh, cool, get him started. Maybe I don't even need to use the drone. He goes right up. This is the thing they have with new transitions. You get to that door, and then it's like bad, danger, scary. And there he goes, runs away. All right, so back to the barn, and then it occurs to me, the drone is only going to push them into the barn, into their little shelter. It's not going to, and I can't take the drone in there, obviously, because the drone has like this space around it to keep it safe. So then I'm like, all right, I'll go behind the thing and just kind of hover up and down, see if that works. And it didn't. And I shout at him, like, so the whole thing was I didn't want to have to go in the pen. This is the first time I've ever attempted to do. So the second I look like I'm coming in the pen, here they come. The perverse creatures that they are. And there they go. And I'm like, yes, I've got them. I don't know what the deal is with this. There's a pretty view of our pond and some of the wood we still need to chip. And right around here, I realize I forgot to close the back gate. So they ran to the ewes, but then they ran right out of the pasture and into the yard. So mayhem here because I can't chase after them. I don't know how much battery I have left in the drone. I don't want to crash the drone. I got to land it. So I have to focus on that first. Rich is going after the rams right now, even though he's still recording. I don't even think he realized he was recording anymore. So there's the rams going up the side yard. There's my garden. There's a pool cover to cover the dirt before the June planting. So, once they get into the front yard, then I really panic because I'm afraid they're going to run into the road and hurt somebody or get hurt themselves. But fortunately, they came back. The ewes never make it that far out. They're too afraid to go away from the flock. This is my worst nightmare. I literally have these nightmares where the sheep are out. It's me trying to get the landing pad is our hot tub cover, so I'm trying to get it to land. And there's Rich with his big stick. He still thinks they're in the front yard. So then when I get it to land, I don't want to leave it out because what if it rains? This was a really bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm always like, do you ever do that thing where you pile on all sorts of ideas until it becomes this massive submarine sandwich of terribleness? So I decided to put it on the shelf in the garage. Camera's still running. I can't put it in the house because the cats will destroy it. And here's also where I realized I lost the gimbal cover. What a mess. So I got in the four-wheeler finally and drove the rams into their pasture. It was fine. Locked them in within 5 minutes of everything that happened. And they're perfectly content. Everything is great. But for a few minutes there, I almost lost my cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll work on my drone skills so that you will come back soon. Thank you.